Hi, I'm Mike. I'm a designer and illustrator and the founder of Wight Hart games. And this little box is Longboat. It's a game I've been working on for a while now. I'm hoping it's going to be my first release and I'm immensely proud of it. It is a strategic drafting card game for 2 to 4 players. And well, I've deliberately kept it as small as possible. That way it fits in your average coat pocket. It's accessible, it's fun, but it has some nice little complicated moments to keep you thinking. So it's also quite cold out here, so we're going to take this inside and do a playthrough so you can all see how it works. At the beginning of the game, every player has a figurehead card and a Jarl card. These are placed together to form your boat. Here we have a setup for a 3-player game. 3 different coloured boats, and all the remaining cards are pulled into this play deck. We have reference cards out, just in case anybody forgets the rules. And we're now going to draw, starting with the bravest player, which we're going to assume is me for this circumstance. I draw 12 cards and lay them out to make the river from which everybody will be drafting the cards and adding them to their boat. This is the river. On my turn, I can pick any of these 4 cards at the bottom of the river and add it to my boat. I'm going to start with this one. It's a bad choice, but to show you how the game works, I'm going to do it anyway. This leaves a blank spot at the bottom of the river, so the 2 cards above it slide down, resulting in a new bottom row for the next player to pick from. On my turn, I'm going to draw a Berserker card. This allows me to steal loot from another player. Loot please. Thank you very much. What happened there was, she picked a drummer, giving her the ability to switch around any 2 cards in the river, thus changing my options for the next turn. This player has just drawn a sheep. Sheep you play into other players' boats to slow them down. At the end of the round, each player adds up the speed of their boat. This is done by adding each person or Viking. So this would be 1, 2, 3, 4, and then subtracting any sheep, which gives me a total speed of 3. In the event of a draw, priority is decided by which player has the most shields matching their Jarl. So in this case, I would have, including my Jarl, 4. So in this instance, the fastest player is yellow, because they have 4 Vikings and no sheep. That gives them priority in the next round. They lie out the river and they take the first turn. What I've just done here is I've drawn loyal loot. This loot has a shield on it that matches my Jarl's colour, so even if another player draws a Berserker, they can't steal it from me. Play continues in this fashion until there are no more cards left in the play deck, and then it's time to figure out how much glory everybody has and find out who's won. At the end of the game, players have to add up their glory. In this example, we have a relatively normal boat. Glory is calculated by adding speed plus loyalty plus loot. speed is calculated the same way it is at the end of a round. I add up all of my Vikings and I subtract the number of sheep. In this example, I've only got a speed of 4. I then add up all of my loyal shields, which are all the shields that have the same colour as my Jarl. That would be 8, noting that it also includes the coloured shield on this sheep. So, at the moment I've got 12, then I add 3 for every loot card. That's 18 in loot, so altogether that gives me 30 glory. In this particular example, green boat has scored 30, yellow boat has scored 39, and red boat has won with a grand total of 43, making them victorious, and it probably means the loser has to buy the mead or something like that. And that is a game of Longboat. We are really pleased with how this has turned out. I don't know if I'm using the royal we there, I'm not really sure, but any support you're willing to give us would be greatly appreciated. I really want to see this game out in the wild, and I really think you'll have a great time with it. Thanks for watching.